Alright, watch me out. Most of you were not taught how to prove the sum to infinity formula. I mean this formula, which is s infinity equal to a over 1 minus r. Most of you were not taught of how to prove this. But today I'm going to show you how we prove this using our idea in calculus. So from the sum of geometrical progression that we know that Sn is equal to a 1 minus r over 1 minus r. This is raised to the power n. So here what we do is that we take the limit on both sides. So when you take the limits as n approaches infinity of the the left hand side, which is n subscript n, equal to the limit as n approaches infinity of a 1 minus r all over 1 minus r. Now, when you take the limit of this, what you'll be getting is that here you repeat the same thing here as n approaches infinity of Sn. But this part, if you say from the limit, it says n is approaching infinity. So you only tackle where n is. So here you are going to have a 1 minus, then you write the limit as n approaches what? Infinity. Okay. Then you get r raised to the power n all over 1 minus r. Okay. The reason is that for 1 and the r in here, we are treating it as a constant since it's not n. So when you take the limit of 1, you still get 1. Those things, you still get the same thing. That's why we are not focusing on where it's not including with what? N. Because those things, we take it as what? A constant. So here, we are now going to take the limit. So when you are taking the limit, where you see n replaced by the infinity sign. So you are going to get, you are now going to get s infinity. That means you are replaced infinity by n here, equal to a 1 minus. Now, with this, what you should know is that, let me give you that before I move on. Now, what you should know is that here, as n approaches infinity, r raised to the power n, or let me say r raised to the power infinity will be approaching 0. So by substitution, you're going to get s infinity equal to a 1 minus, the whole of this is going to be what? Approaching what? 0. So we take it as 0, then over 1 minus what? R. Beautiful. So now, really we can see that s infinity is equal to 1 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. So a times 1, you get a over 1 minus r. So this is the idea of the proof of sum to infinity formula in geometrical progression, or in a whole, sequences and what? Series. Thank you. See you for the next video.